Hi fellow investors, and thanks for joining me on my journey to financial independence. In this overview I will cover the month of August and show you exactly how much I invested, how much cash flow my investments generated, and explain the challenges I encountered. I also reshuffled some of the funds, moving them to a higher yielding platform. As always, I will also touch upon the major developments in the P2P landscape. So, let's get started. The Crowdpair portfolio is developing nicely. I opened my Crowdpair account in April of 2023 and by now invested over €2,700 spread across 27 projects. With a top-up in August, my total account value grew to €2,820. After deducting the withholding tax, the platform generated €15.91. My current withholding tax rate is 15% and I hope to reduce the tax burden to 10% by invoking the benefits from the double taxation treaty. All information how to do this is in a blog post that I will link in the video description. The average interest for my investments is 10.87%. The only concern with Crowdpair is the dependability on the Lithuanian real estate market where all the investments are. However, I have trust in the company and the management. Robocash reminds me a bit of Via Invest, top up and forget. With little cash drag and almost no maintenance apart from the top-ups, Robocash really is an invest and forget platform. With the most recent €500 top-up, my total account value grew to €4,114 and generated €26.19 of income. My average interest rate dropped by 0.1% compared to the previous month and stood at the end of August at 10.2%. The biggest news around Robocash Group was the rebranding to Una Financial. According to them, there will be no impact on the platform's operation. A positive aspect could be the increase of loan supplies due to new opportunities, however keep in mind new opportunities bring new risks. Robocash also posted new performance data for August and all the key metrics look good. The investor earnings almost doubled in H1 2022 and the outstanding portfolio grew. The only metric that is lagging behind is the registered investors, which slowed down due to limited supply. As the month before, I topped up my income marketplace account with further €500. Unfortunately, not all the money is invested. My total position is now worth €4,500. The platform generated €53.56 of interest. Unfortunately, over €1,700 remains uninvested. To a certain extent that is also the fault of my restrictive auto-invest settings, which exclude some of, what I consider, less reliable lenders on their platform. You might recall, in June, I reported about problems with Juancho Te Presta. Despite assurances by Income Marketplace about all problems with the lender being resolved, I still took the more conservative approach and excluded it from my auto-invest settings. If the cash drag persists, I might choose to take the money elsewhere and for the time being stop topping up the account. With another €500 top-up and reinvestment of profits, my land account grew to €7,847. My investment portfolio looks healthy with only 14 loans, or less than 10% of my portfolio delayed for longer than 31 days. Land is one of those platforms where cash drag is not a problem due to a good supply of loans. I received €66.29 of income in August. At the end of August, I topped up Pureberry with additional funds that I withdraw from Bondora. This meant that channeled an additional €2,200 to the Pureberry account. Besides trying to gain more interests on the funds, I also wanted to see if there will be any priority benefits when running the auto-invest once I get the silver tier loyalty status. In my previous video I explained that the higher the loyalty status the higher the priority for executing the auto-invest. So far, a substantial portion of the funds on Pureberry is uninvested and I am experiencing serious cash drag as over 60% of my funds remains uninvested. I will, as an experiment, not intervene with manual investing and leave it to the auto-invest. If the money is not invested after 2 weeks, then I will manually intervene, or if that does not help, redistribute it to other platforms. My skin in the game on Pureberry rose to €10,060 and generated €56.79. Pureberry is also keen, capitalizing on the interest in the platform, and with September 5 adjusted the interest rates. These will now range from 9% to 12%. On a positive note, Aventus Group, the company behind Pureberry, fully covered their war-affected loan obligations, successfully concluding a no doubt challenging chapter of their business operations. Esketit remains one of my best-performing platforms. Although the internal rate of return decreased to 13.46%, I am still satisfied with it. The cash drag is minimal, and everything works without manual interventions. With the latest top-up, my account grew to €8,884 and generated €80.43 of interests. The fundamentals of my estate guru position remain unchanged. I am still waiting on further updates regarding the recovery of defaulted loans. My total investment of €9,494 generated €73.35 of interest. I also noticed that the fallout from the defaults on Estate Guru is not that dramatic in my case. This can be attributed to my very conservative auto-invest settings. Every time a platform expands on a new market, I make sure not to allocate big sums of money until that market is tested. In practice, this means that out of a total of 201 loans in my portfolio, only 19 were in Germany. Furthermore, I only invest a maximum of €100 per borrower. This way I minimize the risks and keep the portfolio in decent shape. My Via Invest position is now worth €10,335 and I am only reinvesting the profits. In August I earned €90.13 of interests. Via Invest keeps delivering steady returns with little to no cash drag. I withdrew €2,000 from my Bondora Go and Grow account. Despite this, Bondora remains my biggest position, albeit barely. It generated €70.83. My plan with Bondora is to slowly reduce the position if other platforms can absorb the additional funds, which is momentarily not the case. My income for August 2023 from P2P investments was €533.48, over €100 more compared to the previous month. The positive trend is based on the disciplined monthly top-ups and the gradual transfer from low-yielding platforms like Bondora to higher-yielding ones. I am now well into the 9th month of investing and plan to keep topping up the accounts. My goal is the €1,000 mark. I also want to look back at my historic earnings. Unfortunately, at this point I only have data starting from September 2022, when the income generated by 5 P2P platforms was barely €180. Looking at it from a different point of view, from September 2022 to September 2023 I managed to almost triple the income. I hope that my experience will help you on your financial journey. I hope you enjoy these videos. Although rather simple, they take up a lot of my free time to make. Please let me know how your investments are going. If you wish to support me on my investment journey, please subscribe and like the video or use any of the referral links in the video description. As always, remember that every investment carries considerable risks. Do not invest money that you cannot afford to lose, and do not blindly trust something you stumble across on YouTube. I am also looking forward to an exchange of views, so please drop a comment. Thanks for watching.